That's Joseph Williams singing with the gazillion-selling group Toto. Williams was lead vocalist for the band Toto in the 80s. He left the band for a while, rejoined them since 2010, and is back out on tour. He's also the singing voice of adult Simba from The Lion King. He's both a singer and a composer with numerous projects to his name, but that's not all. His dad is John Williams, a legendary composer of so many iconic, award-winning soundtracks, including Jaws, Star Wars, E.T., Raiders of the Lost Ark, and many more.
And he joins us now. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Thanks for joining us all the way from Italy, I believe. Thanks for being with us this morning.
No problem. I'm in Perugia, Italy.
Very nice. Good for you.
No kidding. Joe, I was wondering, when you think about like iconic songs, like obviously Africa is one of those songs, and I saw that you compared it to Journey, how they play, or always are expected to play Don't Stop Believin'. Is that something that you look forward to playing, or something that, every once in a while you're like, man, can we just maybe just skip this song?
That's one song that actually is a pleasure to do every single day. I look forward to it in the show. It's the biggest song in terms of audience participation, that kind of thing. You can see how happy it makes people, and it's just such a great song. It's actually really fun to do.
So I don't think people realize they know Africa, and that there are certainly some hits there, but Toto is known as like a very renowned musician group that has helped with Thriller and the Beatles and all these other people. What's that vibe like? What do these guys do that you see up close?
Well, I think that the whole original intention of the band was that it was a group of like the very finest studio musicians in Los Angeles, back in the late 70s and early 80s. So it's always been made up in whatever form that it's taken over the years of just virtuoso musicians, the very, very best. And so, it explains why the band has had such a career of many different styles of music, because there isn't really anything that these guys cannot play. Everybody's got jazz chops, rock chops, rock orchestral kind of chops, everything. There's multiple singers. It's just, it's a band of extraordinary musicians, which I think is one of the draws.
I find sometimes that with someone who has a parent that is so prolific and so successful, sometimes they're drawn to that profession, and sometimes maybe it has the reverse effect. What was that like for you? Were you just inspired by seeing your father and all the work that he had accomplished, or was it a question of whether or not you were going to pursue music?
There was no question, really. I mean, for me, it wasn't just my father, my mother as well. My mother was a singer, and she was an actress in her younger years, and a stage performer. And there was a lot of what she did that appealed to me in terms of performing on stage, that kind of thing. I don't think I ever really wanted to be a classical musician, but I certainly was not turned off by it, by my father. I'm in awe of him. We all are. But, when as I said, my mother was a singer and my grandparents were radio actors. And so there was this sort of entertainment business thing going on in my house since I woke up. So, I just don't think that there was any other choice for me.
What does your dad think about Toto? And does anybody ever say, hey, any advice? Did he ever say, hey, you ought to include more xylophone or something?
No, his biggest piece of advice for us is get some rest.
Yeah, that's good advice.
We tour a lot. We do a lot of shows when we are touring, and he's amazed by that. He really is quite astonished by the kind of schedule that we keep, because he understands what that's like to go do concerts and stuff, which is something he also loves to do. He's very impressed by the musicianship. I know he's impressed with the kind of singing that needs to be done for this kind of a gig. So he's, more than anything, when I see him, he just says, well, make sure you're getting some rest.
Yeah. When you look at The Lion King, I grew up mostly in the 90s, and that was just such an iconic film, and everybody could sing every single song from that movie. When you were singing and recording that music, did you think, okay, this is going to be something that is going to stick with people for decades?
At the time, I didn't. It was one of those gigs where they had me in to record a bunch of the songs to see sort of where they were lyrically and how it was going to work. I had a friend over at Disney who would call me for those kinds of things. Yeah. They had me back in to record the 2 tunes that actually ended up in the movie, but I wasn't sure that I was even going to be in it. I didn't find out until there was a crew screening that I was actually in the film. Wow. And then once I saw that, then I realized, yeah, this is big.
Well, thank you so much, Joseph, for joining us from Italy. We appreciate your time and enjoy your work so much. There's all the information on Joseph Williams, and awesome. Look forward to seeing you in Chicago sometime.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.